Alrighty, folks. We're back for hopefully a quick little lesson on how to get started with Tenderly and forking a network. Um, you're just going to go through, create a new account on dashboard.tenderly.co, connect it up to your GitHub account. I'm not going to show you all that. It's just click through. Then go to forks, and then you're going to create a new fork. And then you pick your chain you want to fork. In this case, we're forking a BSC mainnet, as you can see right there. And then, as you can see, I call this delete me because I will be deleting this. Uh, as soon as this live stream goes away, it goes down, so that we don't ever have any trouble. But this is a fork, so I don't think there's going to be any problems at all because this is now your JSON RPC URL you feed to anything, including MetaMask. So that's what we're going to do here now, folks. I've already done it just to get it going here. But basically, you're going to go in, create a new network called Tenderly, feed in your URL, your RPC URL, chain 56. It's probably going to complain if you already have BSC mainnet in there, but don't matter. Um, and then add BNB. Now, you don't necessarily have a block explorer URL that I know immediately that would work, so you can just leave it blank because it's optional. Because for the most part, we're going to be interacting with the situation on Tenderly. So basically, what you need to do is get this added and then switch to it. Make sure you're switched onto it. Now you're gonna interact with BSC mainnet forked onto your Tenderly. So if you have mainnet balances, you will see your mainnet balances. But in my case, this is a throwaway account that I only use for streaming nowadays. I don't keep any funds on any of these wallets on purpose because of what happened before. So let's go back to Tenderly. So now let's do a new simulation. So what we're going to do is what we need to do is come up with a contract. And well, that contract is Pancake token. We're going to do this because I haven't actually done Pancake to. I've done other tokens like DAI. So if this doesn't work, we'll try DAI. But this has another little function that makes it easier in one step. See, we can say mint to amount. Alrighty, so we're going to say mint to the bot address I got here. And then let's go to our fancy dancy, and we want 10 cake. Alright, so then we're going to come over and say give us 10 cake. But now, look at the from. So if you use all the zeros, I believe that's a special use case internally. But what we actually want to do is go down to the owner, grab the owner. I got to highlight it here. And the owner is now going to mint us these tokens freely. I don't believe because value is going to be nothing there. We don't set there, and I don't believe you need to set a gas price. And why is it not letting me? Oh, there we go. I wasn't clicked in there, and now I should be able to simulate the transaction. And boom. Now this is all the details that went, and now in all purposes here, we should be able to go and copy this address back, go back to this bot because we are on Tenderly, and we should be able to say, hey, we have 10 cake tokens. Bam. Again, this is mainnet forked by Tenderly. So let's just recap what I just did. I made a simulated transaction. So now it's going to list up here and you can see the transaction hash. So now this becomes your BSC scan, if you will. So I mean, you probably could fake it up here and make that work from a out of MetaMask as your tracker URL, but I haven't tried that yet. No, because that's not the TX. That's well, maybe. Yeah, well, yeah, you'd have to use that whole crazy shit. But yeah, we were not gonna get in there. Let's not drive down that rabbit hole. But you can figure that out on your own homework assignment. So this was a successful transaction that this guy minted cake for me and sent it to me free of charge. Here you go. So now I have 10 cake effectively on my mainnet fork that I can do whatever I want with. And so now if I have another contract, if I have a let's say a if I'm working with another contract, or if I want to learn how to do flash loans or whatever, is something I'm working with on myself, I can emit the entire process here using mainnet contracts, because this is legitimately a cake contract here that we interacted with. This is the mainnet cake contract. And so this gives you full control over anything on mainnet, but in your own development environment. Literally, this is here, and now I can go in and say, hey, let's get rid of that, and I can go and take the next bot here, my bag. Yeah, so let's go to my bag, go back to bot, and then I can take the cake and say send over here. Oh, no, the problem is I'm not going to have any BNB. I do have cake in my balance, mugger. So cake, but the other problem, I now got to go get some BNB from somebody. So how do we do that? What we can do is come up with the BNB whales. And so what we do is we come up with the BNB address here and say BSC scan, and boom. And we go to the token page, we go to a whales list, and yeah, 90 is, so that's a contract. A lot of contracts. I don't know if contract's gonna mess up or not. So here's a whale. Yeah, here's a whale. That's not a contract. So now we can copy this address and come over back to new simulation. And then again, we got to say use custom contract, because everything again is a contract. So we go wrap BNB, import it, and then we're going to say transfer. We need some BNB. So we'll come to the bot, and then we'll just send one bean over. And it has to be from our dude here. And simulate that sucker. So now this sucker is working. Had trouble loading your token balances. So this should work if we're on Tenderly. So let me go to the settings, networks, Tenderly. BD, make sure I got the right one. Yeah, I don't know that one, folks. It should work. So what if we just like switch back to Tenderly? It's now not loading my cake. I swore it showed 10 cake here before. Um, I wonder if Tenderly's having trouble because it shows it here. F008, F08B, yeah, 51B. I'm not sure on that one, folks. So we may have to kind of call it at that point because I know this works for me when I'm interacting with my own contracts. I was just kind of was asked by a another friend of mine to, hey, how do you set this up? I thought I'd heard you talking about it and it was cool, and now it's not working on MetaMask like I was expecting or rating it to. But we do have a question mark up there, so I wonder if we're just having a problem with Tenderly at the moment. Um, hmm, yeah, I don't know. Well, folks, that's a quick little look that didn't quite turn out exactly how I anticipated. Um, but yeah, and then unlike or sort of like Remix, you can also upload a contract here. So if you don't have a hard hat environment and you're just deploying contracts via um, the typical remix method, you can. This is going to be similar here. In the next video, I will get myself organized and figure out why this isn't working. In the next video, you can look forward to a little more advanced, and I'm going to situation. We'll figure out the problems that's going on here because I know this works for me normally. Um, but we'll set up a hard hat environment so you can have a contract deployment onto a Tenderly environment forked off of whatever network you're looking for before you deploy it to mainnet. So there's a quick look, folks. I wish it would have went a little bit better. I'm not sure what's going on with the question mark action up here. And I swore I saw 10 cake in there. Well, I'll go back and look at the live video. I swore I saw 10 cake for a hot minute. So something's up. I think this might be a random situation with Tenderly or my internet connection or something, but my stream says it's all right. But okay, folks, I'm gonna get on out of here. Go ahead and get started using this because this is great for just sending transactions and not having to go worry about like a BSC testnet and go, okay, does the faucet work or is the faucet going to give me the right tokens? In theory, you just go and interact with the next thing I was going to show is you just connect to your MetaMask this way, and you should be able to interact this way. Um, if this is all working correctly, you should be able to do it that way, and transfer tokens and interact with contracts as your own self with contracts that you do or with wallets that you do own here. So you can do both ways. You can go into the Tenderly project page and simulate a transaction from someone else, but you can also do that in Hardhat with a script. So pay attention for the next video. So if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe down in the doobly-doo below there. And I will catch you in that next video, folks.